so in the last Thrasher issue, they asked Miles Silvas what his like superstitions were with his board setup, and he said that he actually puts his grip over his bolts. Obviously you can see that's what we're doing today. I think I've got a couple good ideas why this would be beneficial. Number one, obviously there's gonna be like more grip. So sometimes when you're like dragging your foot, it'll hit this metal, and rather than hitting sandpaper and like gripping, it'll like slip a little bit over the bolts. When you got grip over the bolts, obviously it's like more consistent. And I don't know how much of a difference that actually makes, but I could see like somebody being in their head like, oh, it's so much better gripping over. So it's kind of like that superstition. But number two, I think this could be beneficial because I think the grip might be able to like keep these bolts from actually like rotating out. Like sometimes when you're riding, your board's like vibrating and shaking, and slowly your hardware starts to come loose. So I think maybe like putting the grip right there almost traps the hardware so that it doesn't come loose. I don't know. That's what we're gonna try out today. We're gonna throw the grip on over the board. I do have a few reasons why I think this is a bad idea, and I'll talk about those after we test it. But yeah, let's throw some grip on our board. Jessup, dude. Classic Jessup. Mob, sponsor me, please. Both grades. Leave it in the comments below if you grip over your bolt. Tell us what your reasons why are. I always give it one of these on the nose or tail so it doesn't peel up. Look at the board. It's just like, you know what it looks like? When I was 10 years old and I was in Boy Scouts, I made a skateboard for the Pinewood Derby. Like my Pinewood Derby car was a skateboard. It literally looked exactly like that. All right, I'm nervous, dude. First kickflip, no warm up. Oh, that extra grip though.
That sounded like it snapped.
Oh, that's grippy. Look how grippy it is. It's funny because I can see exactly where I'm dragging my foot, and it shouldn't be leaving marks from here to here. There shouldn't be marks. There should only be marks right there. Let's do some flatground tricks. Warm up real quick. Probably the worst 180 ever.
I did not expect that switch front shove.
Me neither, dude. All of a sudden my feet were in switch front shove position, and I was like, well, what am I gonna do about this?
So how's it feeling so far?
It feels grippy, but the question is whether or not that's just because it's fresh grip or because it's like grip on the whole board. It does feel smoother though. I do feel like I can notice that I'm like not hitting the bolts. Like when I ollie, it like feels more consistent. And this is Jessup, which is known for not being grippy, so maybe that's saying something. All right, JD, step on. The
Glider?
Yeah, the what am I trying to say? The board of all boards, dude.
Should I do it first tee kick on?
Yeah. It's because you had extra grip that it went 1.5. gripping over the bolts? Like, does that influence you negatively or positively?
It would if it was not a twin tail.
I didn't think about that. Because if you don't have grip or indicators with your bolts. All right, dude, what do you think? Grip over the bolts. There's no bolts. How are you gonna know where to put your feet for kick flips?
So, what did you think about the no bolts?
Do you think it makes a difference, or is it just a gimmick?
I think I noticed that I don't really look at the bolts. I just kind of feel it.
It makes it more intuitive. Get in here, TJ.
I could tell a difference because like normally I feel the rivets, especially whenever I'm like shifting my foot, trying to figure out
You
where
feel the metal.
Yeah, and I guess kind of shows how much of a dependence that I've had for like feeling the sweet spot, because my sweet spot kind of depends on the bolts. But so that was kind of a trippy feeling for me, at least.
Not conclusive, but interesting. Maybe I'll nose stall this thing. You want to like post up and I'll like come around. Oh my gosh. Tranny Joe. I think there's a lot of good things about this, like the whole, it makes you more intuitive. You don't have the bolts like messing with your head, so you just kind of have to feel it. Also, it does give you more grip. However, you shouldn't really be flicking anything around the bolts. So that's kind of one thing that's like, does the grip even matter right there? But in terms of like catching tricks and landing, I do think it's like, it doesn't hurt to have more grip. But the one thing is, if your hardware does get loose, you are screwed, because it's like, you're gonna have to peel back the grip tape to tighten your hardware. And then at that point, you're gonna need to buy a new grip. So we'll see how this goes. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm hoping that the grip does like help keep the hardware in place, and I won't have to worry about that. Only time will tell. If you like this video, you need to check out this one. It's Jamie Foy's hack for locking into 50/50s. It's how he sets up his wheels is a little bit different, so definitely check that out. Make every day a Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next video.